Rita Metzler. I picked topic number 2 from SPT 1113, list of topics about Hamlet. The topic I selected is to explain what the audience learns about the king, queen, and prince. I will only be discussing what we observe about the king, queen, and prince in Act 1, Scene 2. These 3 characters are a very important aspect to William Shakespeare's play about Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. In Shakespeare's play, the prince is the protagonist and the king is the antagonist. Now I'm going to give more detail about what I learned about the king, queen, and prince in William Shakespeare's play. According to Cliff Notes on Hamlet by Carl Lynn Stockton, Queen Gertrude is Prince Hamlet's mother, King Hamlet's widow, and now King Claudius's wife. Queen Gertrude was not able to grieve King Hamlet's death because of the possibility of war approaching. Stockton explains that Queen Gertrude and King Claudius married promptly because they did not want the Danish army to think they were weak during this time of grieving. Stockton also states that King Claudius is the late King Hamlet's brother, so therefore King Claudius married his sister-in-law. King Claudius seized the throne after his brother's death. And if King Claudius did not marry Queen Gertrude, then Hamlet would have become king. Now that I've discussed the basic information about the king and queen, I'm going to talk about the prince. Queen Gertrude and the late King Hamlet had a son named Prince Hamlet. Stockton explains that Hamlet has returned from school in Wittenberg, Germany. He is very overwhelmed with all the latest events occurring in his hometown. In the play, we learn that Prince Hamlet is very upset with his mother's new marriage. Hamlet feels like his mother, Queen Gertrude, did not mourn his father's death long enough before remarrying. At the end of the scene, Hamlet and another character, Horatio, joke about how soon the wedding was after the funeral. Hamlet says in the play script, the funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage table. So basically, Hamlet meant that the king and queen saved money by using the funeral refreshments to feed their wedding guests. While watching the British Broadcasting Corporation production of Hamlet, you can observe that Hamlet shows signs of depression. Hamlet actually contemplates committing suicide. He complains that he cannot commit suicide because his religion prohibits it. While reading the play script, it is obvious that Hamlet wishes he could disappear and no longer exist. Hamlet wants to die so he no longer has to witness his mother's incest marriage. While watching the BBC production, it is obvious that Hamlet is very hostile towards King Claudius. Hamlet and the king are rivals. Throughout this scene, King Claudius refers to Hamlet as my cousin, my son. Hamlet reacts to the king's statement by saying in line 66, a little more kin, less than kind. So basically, Hamlet is saying that they are more than kin, but the king is not kind to Hamlet. Stockton observes that King Claudius and Queen Gertrude request that Hamlet does not return to his university in Wittenberg, Germany. They do not want Hamlet to return to school because he is next in line to be king. King Claudius expresses his concern that Hamlet is not fit to be king. To the king and queen's surprise, Hamlet agrees not to return to school without putting up a fight. In conclusion, Queen Gertrude married King Claudius 2 months after the former King Hamlet passed away. They rushed to get married to prevent looking weak with the threat of war approaching. Queen Gertrude's son, Prince Hamlet, returned from school very unhappy about the new marriage. Prince Hamlet and King Gertrude do not get along and are very hostile towards each other. Prince Hamlet even contemplates suicide but does not go through with it due to religious beliefs. I want to thank you for listening to my speech about the King, Queen, and Prince in Act 1, Scene 2 of Shakespeare's play Hamlet.